Chapter 5. Dr. Simon and Mr. Dracula, which is a reference to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Because
Really?
because this book is nothing if not
Full of references.
full of literary genius.
Even if it must aid that literary genius from other books.
Simon Belmont was undergoing a transformation like nothing Timothy Bradley had ever seen before, because of course he's seen lots of transformations. His back was bending over like a hunchback's, and his fingers grew hairy. His nose lengthened and tapered to a point, his face thinning, mouth drawing into a cruel sneer. The hair became limp and greasy. It was like Dr. Jekyll turning into Mr. Hyde, only much, much worse. The eyes became narrow slits behind which pupils glowed like live coals in a furnace. They burned through Tim like laser beams edged with razor blades. Razor beams, laser blades. If Tim Bradley could have screamed, he would have let out a long, loud one. Unfortunately, he was so paralyzed with fear that he could barely move, let alone make a sound. Dracula was taking over Simon Belmont's body. So, what was Dracula's voice? Did he have a voice?
Yes, he did. Welcome to your doom, young
Aha!
child.
You are a puny little thing.
This is not what I sound like at all.
I'm doing the best that I can. Aha! You are a puny little thing, aren't you? Why did Simon Belmont choose you? Asked Dracula's voice, coming from Simon's transformed body. I can see that my success in taking over his body is virtually assured. Oh yeah? Tim blurted out, breaking out of his freeze. I happen to have beaten you already 19 times! Is that right, mortal? I certainly remember none of those times. You are a silly little thing, aren't you? I shall enjoy...
You are a silly little man.
I shall enjoy hearing your squeal, and feel you squirm when I sink my lovely fangs into your soul. Is that the tooth? Tim shot back. Oh! Cried Dracula's voice. Simon's body jerked back as though physically struck. A pun! I abhor puns! If there's anything I can't stand more, it's silly, stupid jokes. Really?
Oh, Mick, please stop a second.
Yes?
Okay, I'm gonna actually read the passage. That's clearly bullshit.
Oh,
Cried Dracula's voice. Simon's body jerked back as though physically struck. A pun. Okay, no, that's totally legit.
I abhor puns.
He's weak to puns.
If there's anything I can't stand more, it's stupid, silly jokes. Really? Well then, Drac, maybe you'd like to know why a duck flies looking down? No! Simon's body shook with violent tremors. No, stop or I shall tear you to pieces. Because he doesn't want to quack up! Ah! The vampire's face now seemed to be merely superimposed over that of Simon Belmont's, and that double-imaged face was freaking out. Dumb joke! Stupid joke! No, Drac, said Timothy Bradley, sensing victory within his grasp. It's a foul joke! The vampire's eyes contorted with outrage. His eyes, bugged so wide, they appeared as though they were going to pop out. Bah! He said. I shall revenge myself upon you for that, mortal. Take heed, your blood and soul will belong to me. Don't count Dracula your chickens before they're hatched, wimpire. Wimpire. Dracula didn't even get a scream out for that one. The fanged mouth just opened incredibly wide, and pop! The flattened picture of the Count imploded, leaving Simon back the way he had originally been, only looking more pained, if that was possible. That was the worst yet, he said. The accursed vampire almost had me then. If not for you and your jokes, my new friend, I surely would have fallen under his sway. Hey, give yourself some credit. You put some willpower into the battle, I'm sure, said Tim. He was feeling braver already. That old fool wasn't such a danger after all. Haha, this would be just like an easy video game. Because, of course... this book. You realize that now Count Dracula will be after your body and soul as well. Tim shrugged nonchalantly. I can handle it. If he defeats me and gains
I've always got creepy old men after my body! You know I could tell!
That's how I started liking chocolate. It was from the back of Vans. You realize, if he defeats me and gains the use of my body and remains in this dimension, He will take great pleasure in flaying every inch of your skin off. Tim blinked.
Oh my god.
Tim blinked. It's not done yet. Not done yet. Tim blinked. After that, he pours salt on. After he pours salt on your raw nerves, he will dip you in a vat of acid. Tim gulped. And then, Timothy Bradley, he will start torturing you. He will start. Simon, you know, I think I'm gonna need a little more chocolate for this little expedition. And I just remember I'm allergic to garlic. Maybe you'd much get my older brother Fred. He's really much better than I am at Castlevania.
Oh, fuck you, demon!
Yeah, you get knocked right back. Watch out for your health.
I know.
Is there wall chickens anywhere in this game? Or is that a different game?
Different game, but there are secret wall things.
Simon Belmont had already spun on his heel and started down the road. Come, Timothy Bradley, we shall go to the local tavern where we shall get our supplies and plan our strategy. Tim Bradley stood still for a moment, trying to figure a way out of this business. But then the darkness closed in, cold and ominous. He grabbed his bag of necessities and tripped on down the cobblestones after the blonde hero. Thus concluding Chapter 5.